Hello guys, welcome back to Blueprints, episode number 21. Looking at my notes for this episode, or well, notes, goals or things that we always write down to for the next episode. I have drafting studio, library, black key, angels I've written down. Yeah, we need to figure out the name of the angels. Because we found the will. We solved the map puzzle in room 46 after finding most of the postcards in the sigils down below. We only have one sigil to solve, which is Mora J over here. We have solved the other 7, and then going by the postcards we can sort of figure out which route our great uncle took on his trip when he was doing 8 realms in or realms in 8 months. That's what he was doing, right? He visited 8 different countries in 8 months, basically. But we needed the postcards to read them to see which order he did. We figured out the order that gave us the codicil and also the last will from our great uncle. So that was sort of the ending of our great uncle. But at the same time, he was telling us about the numeric order of the angels. And then he gave us the order, Orinda, Lydia, Rina, Joya, Daya, Veya, Mila and Draxus. But that is not the order that we interact with those angels the first time, when we did that in the tomb. We interacted with them with the Roman numbers from the chapel. So we first did the gardener, and then the baker, and then farmer, chimney sweeper, mate, jockey, queen Orinda, and then Draxus as last one. But in this order we need to start with Orinda. That's the queen. So we have to interact with the queen first. The problem we have here is that we know that Orinda is the queen. We know that from the logbook in the orchid. And from that same book we also found that Rina is the angel of the gardener. On the lunchbox we found Joya, which is the chef. And then I think one of the other days we found in the maid chamber, we found a little statue of a maid and it says Mila on it. So Mila is the maid. And we know Draxus is, yeah, the dead, I guess, or the king or whatever. That's the last one in both of the series, for that matter. So we now have Lydia, Daya and Veya left. Problem with those 3 is we don't know which one of those is the jockey, the farmer or the chimney sweeper. So that is something we need to figure out. But where do we find it out? That's the question. Either it's going to be library in a book or maybe in the school. So we got 90 steps because the last time I think we got a sauna in the house, so it gave us 20 extra steps. We have meanwhile 40 allowance, and we also have 28 stars because we finished the day in the planetarium, which gives us extra stars. Microships I think are in the grotto. We'll see what we get. I could potentially drop some rooms first, that's also an option. Because I'm thinking the schoolhouse with all the classrooms might be an option to find some more information of what we are looking at the moment, because we are a bit stuck on some things. Also, that last sigil, we have not much information other than the fact that it's Mora J and the color is white. We don't know what the weather is like there, we don't know what their society is, what their transportation is. So I'm guessing something in the schoolhouse will tell us that. We'll see what we get. We'll just see. I'm gonna go for the tool set in case we get the gear range again. Shovel. Shovel and a sledgehammer. Not jumping of joy of those 2. Those are like things you normally found in the house every day. You know what we'll do? We'll run green. See, we have a shovel. That usually gives us a bunch of dig spots. We'll throw in some more coins there. You can throw in a coin there every day. At some point you can drain the fountain and get your coins back, I'm assuming. See, we're throwing them on the stairs there on the fountain. We are good in steps at the moment, so let's just go try to fill up the grid. Cloister. I'd like to have my cloister a little bit higher, so let's put a den here. Gives us access to the left and the right. That also means that we potentially could do a dead end here or a straightforward. The workshop is just fine, because that always comes with an item. There we go. Boom, boom. If we find a broken lever, we can make a power hammer. We got the trophy in the last episode, meaning we have done all the 8 thingy things. There seems to be a good place for the breaker box. We made that common. We made all the rooms common from the gear rooms because we wanted to do the mechanarium thing to find that sigil key. We'll put up all these systems here, and then hopefully if we find a computer we can also put up the keycard system, then we don't have to worry about keycards either. That's why this is not a bad room to have here. We're gonna get it anyway, because now that we put it on, I'm pretty sure, yeah, we put it on common. The only thing of the gear rooms we don't have on common is the workshop. That is something that I would really like to have, and maybe we can get it over here. If we can get the conservatory you can only get in the 4 corners of the house, so, but weirdly enough it doesn't want to give it to me. That's kind of weird, especially didn't we choose green? Especially in the wings it should give green rooms. We know 6 of those rooms can only be drafted in the wings, so you can't find them in the middle except for cloister and courtyard. Or upgraded floor plans, they can also go in the middle, but from the 8 original green rooms, 6 of them can only be drafted in the wings. Yeah, that classroom is an apple. We'll do the pool hall, because we often skip it for no reason at all, actually. We know how the puzzle things work here. We know the rules. And they also usually give some keys. 13. 2 times 8 is 16, minus 15 is 1. 9 times 5 is 45. Minus 20 is 25, minus 15 is 10. 8 times 8 is 60. 64. Minus 20 is 44. Oh yeah, that works. Divided by 11 is 4. Oh yeah, okay. Good thing we put up the power of the keycards and then find the keycards. That's how the world evolves in these games. No. Lost and found is an option. Dining room is also an option. We'll pick up the Joya lunchbox, so that is definitely the chef. Okay, pantry it is, I guess. See what we get here. Observatory here would not be bad. We have access to that square above the dining room, but we don't have access to the den square above it, so observatory here would not be a bad choice. We have access to the right here from the den. Okay. Let's see what they have to say. That's Southern Cross, I think. Yeah, that's good. This is also safe. This seems to be a diamond. 5 of them. Those are 2 chests in the thingy thing, and okay, all safe. No Draxes. Oh yeah, this was the 29. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh? Did we look at the paper yesterday? Didn't it say like... I thought it said something like the first night that you have 7 constellations? Or was that the 41? Archives, no thank you. Aquarium. Breakfast nook, seems fine. Turns sort of where we want it to be. Some extra steps, 86, we're doing fine on steps. And now here, something straightforward, please. Rumpus room, drafting room, or any T-shape which goes up. There we go. Courtyard, for instance. Yeah, we might have to use that weight room because we have Southern Cross. It's giving us 4-door rooms the whole day. Obviously here we will do a courtyards. See, we have 3 gems that way, and we also have a shovel. I need to go back to the entry hall because we have just put 2 trunks in there. Let's have a look what's going on here. 1 security door. That's also something we have to do. We have to put the power back on because we actually have a key card. And at the moment we don't have a computer in the house yet. So we can't put up the system. I actually want to go left here, I think. Dark room, boom. Archives, not that great. No, I want to go up. So we're gonna dark room. I'm gonna turn around and go back and do our business down below there. We have 100 steps, so we can easily go back without any big consequences. Let's see what's going on here. We have access to the foundation, so we can go left from the foundation, so not too much wasting. West Wing Hall, Chapel. Chapel is also fine, get it out of the way. We can afford 1 coin. We start with 40 coins every day now, so the chapel is not a bad room anymore. And the Mount Holly gift shop. It gives us access to all the squares. We'll come back to that. Now we will go back. Because we need to do some things. Smash these things to begin with. Okay, a couple of rolling dice, always good. Especially if we don't run into some rooms. Do we want to go north? Not necessarily. It's always a question, do you want to immediately go north? It's going to give you a lot of north doors. Sometimes you don't always want to pick up the compass, let's put it that way. Let's see. We put the dark room back on because we just put it in the house, and we put the keycard system back on as well because we found a keycard in the darts game. And now we can also see what we're doing in the dark room. Here, anything left? It's gonna keep giving us the Great Hall. Great Hall gives us access to this square, of course. Although we have to use a key, but that's fine. Could also go around though, because if we can get the foyer, then all these doors are open. Or we can redraw. Let's redraw. I don't like the options here. Bedroom closet is also not great. I don't. Okay. That's as simple as it can be. What I was thinking. We have a key in the hallway, and now here, any L shape would do, or another bedroom again. Gymnasium. It's a voice of an exit. Okay. We'll just do the dead end then. Something that turns right here would be okay. You really want me to take the weight room, don't you? I'm not. We still have 80 steps, so why not? Let's do it. We still have dinner to go, so. Any L shape here will do. Don't need security. We have a key card, so laboratory is just fine. See if we can find something here. If not. Why it started beeping there? It was around the corner. Experiment, please. The next 3 times you open a locked trunk. Not likely, we already opened 2 in the hallway. When you dropped a red room, lose 5 steps and then. We already have weight room, gymnasium, chapel in the house. That's also not going to happen. When you dropped a hallway from another hallway. Okay, we'll go for the locked trunks then, because... Add a chest to the entrance hall every time you open a locked trunk. If we find another locked trunk in somewhere, then we'll add another chest to the entrance hall. We go to the entrance hall and then we open that one. And then it will open another one. Yeah, it's pretty clear. This is not a great experiment, especially given the fact that we already. Just opened those ones in the entrance hall. We also activated the mailboxes in the admin grotto thing. So I want to check if we have mails on this computer. Now that we activated all the mailboxes. And of course we do. The oldest one. As I know you've been conducting temperature-related experiments this past week, I've tried my best to avoid accessing my frozen stock during your normal working hours. However, on Friday I was making my famous black truffle pizza and I had to visit the freezer for a few ingredients. I hope I didn't mess anything up. Okay. Chef de camp. Please don't worry too much about the freezer access. The experiments we're doing aren't very sensitive and they are already accounting for normal variations due to expected use and staff traffic. However, surprisingly, we did see a major temperature rise on Friday, which I believe might be related not to your freezer visit, but to the use of the furnace in close proximity. In the future, you should try to draft that a bit further away, as the temperature rise from drafting that room has a major effect on temperatures in the house and even more so in rooms in close proximity to it. So here they're basically telling us that if you put the freezer anywhere near the furnace, it will actually melt. Okay. As we discussed in our meeting earlier this week, we'll be sealing up the entrance into the Blackbridge server this week. I'm not sure just how tech savvy we expected the red guard to be, but there's more than enough data on our servers that these extra precautions are, in my opinion, the very minimum measures that we should take, considering giving the likelihood of investigation next month. So yeah, they were all aware of this heisting, because they have been practicing here in the closed exhibit room. They have been practicing their heist, and then they eventually did the heist, and they're all in it. It's like one big complot thing where they're all in it, and everybody's covering up for everybody. Lock it down, lock it all down. Yep. Okay. Okay. The office, we'll check the office as well, I guess. There might be new mails in the office. We also need to see the mailbox of the security, and maybe even of but I think you actually have to be in that room. So I think we cannot connect to the office and then see the mails there. You have to do that on that computer. I think with connection it never shows the mails, I think. Let's see what they're selling in the commissary, I guess. Set up gems, sure. Keys. There we go. Oh well, you can buy 3 keys. Couple of bananas. So we have 2 more bananas and probably three gems left or something that we potentially could get. But we need to get a few steps because the wait room here, we still have 40 steps, but let's see, we have light in the dark room. We can also pick up our item. There's always an item here, but when the fuse blows, then obviously you can't see the item. Okay. We have another laboratory here. Might actually take that. Not gonna take a cloister here, eh? That would be a bit stupid. We obviously, you can only run one experiment. Why do we have 2 laboratories? Because we duplicated it, Chambers of Mirrors, one day. The floor plan, that is, so that's a permanent duplication. So we have 2 laboratories. We also have 2 west wings, and I think we also have 2 drawing rooms. So patio, spread gems in each green room. We only have a courtyard so far, so that's fine. Patio. Some more coins. They're only there because we have the metal detector. If you don't have the metal detector, there's no point in looking on the floor. There will not be anything on the floor unless you have metal detector. East wing hall seems to be perfect. right there. We'll go back. The patio spread another gem in our green room. Do we have any other green rooms? Or fake green rooms like the aquarium? You don't always realize that's a green room? No. We dug up everything here, right? Then I rather would have it on top though. We'll use the rotunda. And then see if we can get to the north, to one of these north exits. See if we can get the cloister there, maybe. Here we go again. Whenever you dropped another green room, 2 things will sprawl. Yeah, whatever. We'll put it here just to get rid of it. Where are my gems now? None of them. Yeah, you see, like the patio spread gems in every green room, but they're not gems here though. So it doesn't count for these upgraded. This is normally a bedroom, but we upgraded it into a green room. That does not work. It just does not work. Is there any world we have to go? Yeah, actually we do. I might want to rotate that. I might want to rotate that we have access to this left side, because we might need the dining room at some point. So we'll put the treasure trap here. The more we dropped it, the more coins we have here, which will help us at some point to get that thing for, what is it, 110 coins? We have 8 keys. We'll use one. See what they have to say this time. It's a blue box, so green memos are true in blue boxes. The true treasure of the trove is not in the house. We know that, because we dropped it outside the other day with the blessing of the monk, and it had that it has a crate in it which we need to unlock with the black key, and we know where the black key is. We just don't know how to get the black key because we don't have the information complete yet. Now, where are you with your cloister? This would be a good time to get it. Another great hall. Yeah, we have 2 great halls in the house today. Because of the pool hall, which it adds a great hall, a secret passage, and a foyer. We'll do the vestibule. How about that? That's basically also one of these doors is now locked. That's that one. Okay, fine. We're not opening it. Don't use a key in the vestibule. You can walk in and out. That costs you 2 steps, but then it will lock another door. Do we want cloister here? Probably. Or gymnasium is also fine, because we can get from the east wing hall, we can get to that square. So gymnasium is actually fine. And we have put the power up, so it doesn't even cost us steps. So exit wise, we can reach every square that we have put a room next to. So gymnasium is actually perfect. And then we can save the cloister for over here or something, so that we can get, you know, we're just messing around trying to find some rooms. Let's see what we can get here. Most of these doors will be locked, of course, because we're pretty high. The kennel will give us access to that. Passageway is a bit of a waste of an exit. Now we'll do kennel, especially since we have a shovel. We'll pet the doggies for good luck. Gives us an apple already. And every time we find another dirt spot, we can dig. The dogs will bark and they open the door. Well, not open. Yeah, they unlock the doors in wherever you dig. The kennel is a very good thing to have in the house if you have a shovel. Passageway is good because we have that side open there. Dinner has been served. We have that side open. And now we can see what we get here. That will be locked more than likely, yeah. Kinda normal, we're on rank 8. And then we get the cloister here, and then we have pretty much access to every square, I think. And now we'll do this. And we'll dig a bit more here, and the doggies will do the rest. They will unlock all these 3 doors here. And they even give us some steps. And the broken lever, okay, so we can make, although it's all the way down below in the house, but we can make power hammer or jackhammer if we want to. Broken lever and bakery pack. I actually want to. Didn't we choose green? Let me check that, because yeah, we have chosen green rooms. So what I want to see here, right now, or in any of these wing that we still have available, we first want to go to the right here, I think, if possible. Aquarium feels really good. That sounds really good here. I want to see the green room now. Conservatory. Sure. Perfect. Experiment successful. Which means more trunks in the okay, the nursery. Can we please make that as rare as possible? We don't have problem with gems lately. We really don't. Get that thing out of my drop pool. Dead end, it has no use. The office. It is 2 gems, but it has a computer. We can spread coins. That we want, that's common. Bunker house thing. That is unusual. Sure, just keep it there. We have upgraded it. If we put it next to a hallway, it actually has 4 thingies. I'm gonna drop from the cloisters. We're closing because I want to have the greenhouse. In any of these wings, I want to have the greenhouse. The terrace, fine, we'll take the terrace. Green rooms do not cost gems to drop, so that's fine. Fine. A piece of fruit. We still need to break that wall in the greenhouse. We can potentially make How many green rooms do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the aquarium is 7. I think there are 11. Let me check that. No, because we have not made the spare bedroom green, so I think I only have 10. Aquarium, that's 1. Nursery is 2. Then these 8, so that's 10. We don't have the solarium yet. Conservatory is 11. Okay, I got 11. And the root cellar outside, but we're not going to be able to drop that inside. So 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the aquarium. So yeah, we still have veranda, but if I can turn left here, cloister and courtyard are the only ones we can get in the middle. No. Get rid of you with these stupid... What's it gonna give me here if I do... If I choose green here, it's gonna give me another courtyard or something. Huh? Isn't that how it works? That would actually work, then I can go into the East Wing Hall and see if we can get the greenhouse there. Yeah. Well, I think it doubles the rooms as well then. Because like now we have the cloister and the nursery and the courtyard already in. So I don't think it can give me anything here now, because all the other rooms are wing rooms. But we'll see. Maybe no, that's what I thought. It's going to give me a double of what we already have in the house. But that's okay. Oh. Apparently this is also the treasure room. That's another experiment successful. Yeah. I already see that like we're gonna have to do very hard our best to not fill up the house again. We have chosen green. Should be able to get in one of those slots, especially seeing we have wing slots. 88 coins. Kind of hoping to get one here. This would be a perfect spot for the greenhouse. There it is. Alright, that wall goes out, and we have the watering can. It's also something we don't see a lot of. So yeah, we have some work today, because this is the only room which still has a wall that we want to break. Don't know what's in it. But we've done the secret garden, we've done the weight room, we've done the thing outside. So we want to come back and break that wall, which will make it an L shape and no longer... Now, how can we get there? Do a little bit of a field trip, I have a feeling. We still have dinner somewhere. Patio, laboratory, dark room. water these things. I don't know what does it even do. First time you enter each green room, you use to gain one. Ah, we are gaining extra gems. Okay. Dark room, courtyard, foundation. Extra gem. That's fine. We'll go through here. I could go through the elevator to the foundation, but we still have dinner. What is it? Pizza? Okay, let's have dinner immediately. Pizza is the furnace. We don't want furnace in our house. Which means we leave one slice behind. And then we'll open a few more trunks, which will I thought we could do it 3 times. Apparently not. I guess you can only enter yeah, how does that work? 1, 2, oh yeah, 3, okay, yeah. It's only 1 trunk. I guess it adds. Workshop we need. Workshop. We need the broken lever. We need the battery pack. And we want the sledgehammer, power hammer. Yep, that's what we want. And while we are here, can we make something else? Yeah, we can actually. We could do compass with shovel. Downsing rod. Nah. We could do shovel with the metal detector. That still digs, and it, I think, greater chance of finding keys and coins. Much greater chance of finding keys and coins while digging. Yeah, so we can still dig it. We can still dig. Not that we have any dig spots left anymore, but okay. What's the fastest way up here? Through the hallway. To the dark room, and then straight. We dug up everything here. We also have no more water. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay, break out this wall here. Okay. And now this is an open space. Yep. Now it became an L shape. The original gardener's logbook. When I got fired. She loves me not. Okay. This is a record of my many indiscretions and lapses of judgment. Ensuring that our orderly presentable accept blah blah blah. That would be the day. This logbook, many years overdue, will serve as a record of some of my duties, discoveries in the blah blah blah. Not many apparently. Jenny Rivane scratched his name himself because he got fired. Singa has decided to deny my request to announce my discovery to the public. This decision was absolute rubbish. So yeah, he had a bit of a grudge of them because he found some things, discovered some things, and the people over here in the mansion, they did not make it public or something. So as I suspected, they wanted the flower to serve primarily as a cheap way to produce reserve for special resources for special floor plans. And he wanted to use the gems to sell them, probably. That's why he started the moon business, right? The moonshine business. Perhaps I should. I really should have. He's not telling us much that we don't know yet, but like here, we figured out all the ways of getting in the antechamber. But if you didn't, then here is where you will find that there are actually 2 ways in every room. Great Hall we knew, Greenhouse we knew with the broken lever, and the Secret Garden we knew. But if you break the wall in Secret Garden, you can also open the other side. If you break the wall in the weight room, you can also get the south thing. And then if you have enough side doors in the Mechanarium, you can also get another way in the west. So yeah, you have Secret Garden, Mechanarium for the west, Greenhouse, weight room to open south, and Great Hall or Secret Garden to open east. Obviously Secret Garden is the best once you have broken the wall there, because then you can open west and east. Or if you have more than enough stops like we had today, then you can just use the weight room to open the south. Then you can keep your broken lever to make something like a power hammer. Because we could also use this greenhouse to. I could have put that broken lever in the handle thing there, and then we could open the south as well. But we had the south already open with the weight room, and we don't need to be in there at the moment. Resealed in January after the deal in Reddington. Yeah, this is moonshine business. This is like also something you might not have found at this point, but you can blow up the dynamite in the trading post, which opens a new room, that's where their moonshine business is. It's sort of linked to the root cellar, because there are also some residues and remainders of their business in the root cellar, but then he also has that side room in the trading post. Find an upgrade disc there, some extra coins we found there the other day. This sort of, yeah. If for some reason, or in theory, you can find the items to make a power hammer. If some new player probably will never find it out on day 1, but if for some reason you do, and you break that wall outside, you might actually be able to get to the tunnel already. If you fix up the gear, yeah, you solve the puzzle downstairs. Then you do the gear puzzle, then you can walk in that tunnel. Once you have that outside wall open, you can get there. You don't need the foundation then. Another way of getting in there on day 1, for instance, if you want to do the day 1 trophy. But that's something you have to do on another account, of course. And then use the Blackbridge Grotto connection to transfer your data. That's one way of getting all the well, it's the only way of getting all the trophies on one account. There are a few things you need to do on another account. The day 1 trophy, the trophy for less than 1 hour to reach room 46, curse mode, dare mode, those are all things you have to do on another account. And then once you have the trophy on those accounts, then you transfer it to your main account. That's how you can get all the trophies. It's also the only way. So we wanted to basically to just break open that wall. Now the greenhouse becomes more interesting because it's no longer a dead end. Other than that, we have used the watering can 3 times. We could potentially refill it. No, we can't because we don't have a kitchen. In theory, if like now we run a I don't know, we emptied it in 3 different rooms. But if we have a kitchen, you could in theory, if you have water in the kitchen, If you emptied it in the reservoir, then obviously in the pump room, I mean, then you obviously have no water in the kitchen. But if you have at least one square of water in the kitchen, in the pump room, then you can refill your watering can there. Then you could potentially water 3 more rooms, and then you get more gems. But yeah, we're good on gems. As a matter of fact, we have 12 gems, 97 coins. Getting the freezer somewhere on the top there would also not be bad, to be honest. If you look at it like that. We can't draw from there. There's also, I don't think we have another 4-door open. Yeah. Archives, probably. Drawing room or pool? Then we have to come from the conference room around the corner to get the whole grid. I was kind of hoping on getting a drafting studio here. It doesn't matter. It does not matter which I choose. It only gives me one exit. Then we'll do the pool. More trunks. See, we bought that thing. Okay, a few coins. Yeah, there are a few options here because we're at 101 coins. And we have the Mount Holly gift shop in the house. Because we still have this, what is it? The dare thing? Yeah, of course it's not gonna give me something that turns left here. What do you expect? We have 4 draws, so let's redraw. There we go. What's the most interesting one? Yeah, we could do office and then spread coins in the conference room. Then we have enough to, yeah, that's what we should do. That gives us options to buy that thing. Obviously. I'm not gonna run the payroll. We don't have a room. We're just gonna spread gold. I don't think I can run the payroll anyway. Oh yeah, we can, apparently. After running this process, checks will be placed in each staff member's room. This includes each servant's quarter and maid chamber currently on the estate. So yeah, you need to have the maid chamber or the servant's quarter in the house. I don't think if it's not in the house, I don't think it will spread the coins and put them in the conference room. So I'm not gonna do that. We don't have any of these rooms in the house. If you have both of them in the house, then it will actually spread 2 checks and then you have 20 gold. But something to the left again. The trophy room. Okay, that's another fill grid. Because no matter what we do, it will be filled because we have conference room, vestibule and trophy room. We have access to every room, to every square. This is also a room that would be great to axe actually, wouldn't it? If you think about it. If you would axe this room, then it would be free, then you have 8 gems for free. Now you only gain 3 every time because... yeah, sure, we have more than enough keys. Morning room? Sure. To give us 2 more gems tomorrow to start with. Put a dirt spot here just to give me a bunch of crap. Okay, now we need to go to conference room where we have all these coins. There we go. And we got enough to buy that 110 thing. We bought the trunks already, we bought the alright. Walk-in closet, what could that give us that could help us? Telescope? Could also just be keys and gems though. Oh no, telescope, yeah. Okay. I guess we're rolling for the planetarium then. Where's our observatory? Quite a bit away. We could go with the telescope to the observatory and then we whatever we dropped it earlier in that observatory, you can drop it again. But if we can get the planetarium here, then we can get extra upgrades for that room. So I think that's what we're gonna try. Try to get the planetarium. We have 3 rerolls that we can try it with. We don't need the vault or the pump room, so yeah, we'll just redraw, see if we can get it. Also not great. No, we want planetarium or freezer. If we can freeze our... But then we can't buy that whatever thing. Well yeah, then we could buy it tomorrow. Lost and found. We don't have a vault in the house, do we? Because lost and found is one of those rooms where you can find the 370 vault key. But we don't have the vault in our house, and we also don't have a code check to potentially code check it, so no. No, I don't want that. It doesn't want to give me the planetarium. Knowing that it knows it. It knows you have a telescope in your hand. The rest doesn't matter. Well, the rest does not matter. Okay. So the only thing we can do is get our way. Need to be careful what I do though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bullocks. We can't use a telescope. I can't get to that room without dying in time. Unless something spread. Okay, let's definitely buy this thing here, whatever it was. The Swimbird plushie. Okay. So what that did was it put this plushie in the master bedroom and it also unlocked their mode. Now I don't know if that means that you still have to drop the master room or did it just unlock it. So now we only have the blue tents left, but the blue tents can only be purchased after you have proven your merit as a scout by obtaining 8 trophies in your trophy room. So this thing becomes available as soon as we have 8 trophies. I don't know how many we have, but not 8. Unless I find some fruit anywhere, I think we're gonna die in the observatory. We already had dinner. No, we're not dying. No, we're not dying because we bought the thing there. I thought of coming here and then come back and in the gift shop, but I know it's fine. Can use the telescope and dropped all these things again. 2 more chests in the room there. There's no way we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 steps to the entrance hall. Not gonna make that. Have we ever called it a day in the observatory? I don't know. Might be something we can do. Call it a day in the observatory. We have a full grid again. Okay. Call it, please. The Garden Hunting Lodge. We got some progress in such a way that we broke out that final wall in the greenhouse. We dropped at the treasure trove again, which means more coins next time we dropped it. We unlocked the dare mode. We'll do another day. We're only 1 hour in this episode. We usually do 2-hour episodes, or sort of, sometimes even longer, but we try to keep it around 2 hours. We have no package. Let's see how many trophies we have. The full house, the room 46, the invention, contraption, workshop things, and the trophy 8. So we got 4. Buy out the entire showroom, we could try at some day. Ace the classroom final exam, that we definitely need a bunch of classrooms. Unlock all 8 realm sigils, we have 1 more to go. So this could be one. Win 40 parlor games, win 40 darts boards. The parlor we're at 24 out of 40, the darts board we're not even halfway. So yeah, we're gonna have to do these things here, try to get these 8 trophies. Complete the Mount Holly directory. Yeah, we're working on that. 107 of 110 it says. How does that work? That's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? Oh yeah, okay, yeah. We need these 2 from the drafting studio, and the casino we added it, but we never dropped it yet. So we need these 3 rooms. That will give us an extra trophy, because then we have dropped at every room. That will complete the directory. Okay, let's go. Let's see what we can get. Tomb, the shelter. Yeah, the tomb. We don't know the order of the angels, so I don't need to do the tomb because we are missing 3 that there are way too many combinations to try. So we'll do shelter for 2 different reasons. First of all, it gives us a gem and we have access to a computer, which we can do some things. Not specifically to this one, but this one we can log in and see if this one has a mailbox. I need to go to the admin thing and put that thing on 1 month again, because there's always this beeping sound trying to connect every time. It does have a mailbox. Yes, and don't worry, this communication method is fully secure. I am the only lab technician with network access and the only one who uses this terminal. I'm working to get some more supplies, but I'm not focusing on essentials as I believe. Yeah, this is Random Moab, who also helped our mother and Caleb Manning and Philip White escape from here. Oh, that was a response to the electronic mail. This is the situation and then a response to the situation. Okay. In terms of area, there's not nearly as much room here as I remembered from my youth. If it was just me, I wouldn't mind, but with 4 of us and the space we are going to need planning, I don't expect this to be this sustainable situation for more than a week, a fortnight at best. With 4 of us. Yeah, they stayed here. It was our mother, Caleb Manning, Philip White, and Daniel Farrow. Those are the 4 who did the heist. But it was not sustainable with 4 of them. That's how they ended up in the safe house, I guess. I pass his message on, and your uncle says he may have an idea for a more long-term solution, but it's going to require some doing. I'm not sure exactly what he has in mind, but this morning when I looked at today's blueprints, I saw he had drafted the pump room, a floor plan I haven't seen used in very, very long time. Uses the pump room to put the reservoir on level 6 so that you can go to the safe house. I have a feeling you all may be taking a boat ride shortly. The boat to the safe house. It's finally happening. We got confirmation from our source that the Red Guard is coming tomorrow to begin their formal inquiry into the disappearance. At this point, it's going to be too risky to move you until next week at the earliest. Just hang tight for now. R being Randolph. Yeah, Randolph is the communication guy. Okay. Then we're going to use the RTA. So we also need to check the mailbox from the security, and then in the office we need to see if there is new mail. We'll connect to the laboratory and run an experiment. Before we even go in the house. When you drop the hallway from another hallway. That's a weird one. Eh? When would you do that? Yeah, hallway into West Wing or hallway into East Wing or corridor into East Wing, maybe. That's very rare that you do that. Whenever you drop the shop room, set your dice to 2 or set your steps to 40. Let's do the dice, then we can re-roll. That is not a bad idea, I think. Every time we drop the shop room, we're getting 2 dice, right? No. That's not what he said. Set your dice to 2. So every time you need dice, drop the shop room. It's not, I don't think it's cumulative. You cannot add them. It's not like 2, 4, 6, 8, no. You're gonna get 2, use them, and then you get 2 again if you dropped another shop room. So, today we are running shops. Yeah, such a powerful thing, that Banner of the King. Okay, I'm gonna go to that admin thing here and change the I think if we put it on a month instead of immediate, that we don't then we only have to connect like once a month. Now we always like that, which takes ages to connect. So I think that's what that does. Admin key, Mr. Moore. Randolph. He has the most power. Network settings, terminal timeout settings. Yeah. The timeout settings control how long a computer terminal stays connected to the network without disconnecting from the server. Yeah, exactly. Let's put that thing on a month. There we go. That we don't always get that. have to call in with like back in the day, you know, with dial-up. The early days of internet. You had to phone in to get connection. Nowadays we have fiber, but that was not back in the day. Oh my god, okay. Pool hall, I guess, because we need 40 dartboards. And we're not even halfway. I think we had 18 or something. 12, 6, 12. 28, 2. 24, 6. No, apparently not. It was too fast. That was 12. We just said that. Okay, what did we do wrong here? 20 plus 8 is 28. Divided by 14 is 2. Multiplied by 12 is 24. Minus 1. Oh, minus 1. Yeah. 24 minus 1, 23. That's what we did. We divided instead of minus. What's going on here? 6 plus 3 is 9. Next ring is divide by 3. That's 3. Next ring is plus 3 is 6. Divided by 2 is 3. Just, well, we'll take it. 2 keys, always good, but that's the least you can get though. We'll just do the power. Can't get to the right, we don't need to go to the left, we can get to the left from the entrance hall. We'll put the power off at the moment. Let's see if we can get a computer. What's the experiment that we were running? Shop rooms, right? Shop rooms. Might be a better idea to drop here then, because it's going to give shop rooms. If it gives an L shape, then we can still turn. Of course, it's not going to give you an L shape. Chamber of mirrors here? That could work actually. That could work. Let's do that. Let's press this button. Turn around and don't worry about it for now. Yeah. I so knew that the game was gonna do that. Because the thing with the chamber of mirrors is you need to come in from 3 sides. So we need to come in from the left, we need to come in from the top. The right is already blocked. We have to do showroom. We have to do showroom. Yeah, we have to do showroom, otherwise we have no exits. Okay, what is for sale today? 20, 70, 130, 160. Whenever you gain steps from 18, gain twice that many steps. If you call it a day while wearing the moon pendant, you will start tomorrow with 2 of your items in. Okay. And we can't afford the rest, so we'll go with silver spoon. We'll see if we can get enough coins to buy out this thing. But I believe there's something, when you do buy out the thing, then you still have the trophy showing up, and I think you need to buy that as well. For 100 coins or something. So you need to add 100 coins to what you see there. But it's something we could try. If we can get a treasure trove in a vault and things like that. We could do another pool hall. We can just do a pantry. That's another great. And then we have like 3 foyers in our house. I'm gonna keep my my shop rooms for when I need thingy things. 3 square 9. 6 plus 3 is 9. That's that same 3 again, isn't it? Isn't that the one from that we did earlier? 9 minus 3 is 6. Plus 3. No, that doesn't work. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Plus 3 is 6. Divided by... yeah, it's the one we had earlier. 5 square is 25. Minus 20 is 5. Times 2 is 10. That doesn't seem to work. 25. Oh no, first this one. 25 times 2, 50. Minus 20 is 30. Minus 15 is 15. Need to keep the order of the rings, from inside to the outside. Again, 2 keys. What are those secret cards and our key cards? Huh? Let's do the den. Okay, but now I need access, boys. I need access to that mirror room. Of course. Oh my god. Okay, we'll do the drawing room then. We need access to that place. We can do the drawing room because we have 2 drawing rooms, so. We'll open these sides, right? We'll see if we can get to that one, then we can get to the top and duplicate. That's gonna be the trouble, getting to this square. You can see this coming. Mount Holly gift shop, sure. Experiment success. Yeah, that was not good actually. Anything straight, please. Not want to give me something straight, do you? There we go. Kennel. We need good luck, boys. We don't even have a shovel. Can you believe that? Having a kennel in the house with no shovel. Okay, we have aquarium. That's good enough. That's good enough. Because now we have access from 3 sides, which means we can do whatever we want to do. No idea what is open here though. 2 of them. We've opened 2 so far. No, 3 actually. So we forgot 1. Okay. Yeah, we can get to this one, but so this is a floor plan that we can permanently duplicate. A spare bedroom. We want 2 of those in our house? Maybe. Maybe. Could be useful to go straight. So now we need to get that thing open. That should do it, I think. Close it downstairs so that it should open it upstairs. Yeah. The second storeroom? Yeah, sure. We'll do that. We open the 4 corners. Yeah. Okay, now we have 2 laboratories, 2 west wings, 2 drawing rooms, 2 spare rooms, Spare bedrooms, not spare rooms. Spare rooms I would not duplicate it, but because it's a spare bedroom, it sometimes has items and it sometimes has we might have to go around now. Oh, there's no gem here? Apparently not. Oh, I want that one definitely open. What do you do then? It's that one, huh? I don't know. Okay, it's that one. No, we're still not around that thing, are we? Oh, that closes this one. We really have to go all the way around to get that stupid gem there? It's possible though. Unless, what does this thing do? Ah, that opens that one. That closes that one. We're still not there. Still cannot get to it. Because this one opens these two. So we still have to go all the way around. Yeah, that's with that top thing. Now we can. Now we can go all the way around. And that button opened these two so that you can get potentially connection to whatever you want. Now it's a 4-room basically. We have locked ourselves completely out of the right side. Okay. So we need to get something to up and right, preferably. Okay. The dining room. Can pick up the lunchbox, salt shaker. It's gonna be salty lunch. Chapel. Ever since we have raised this thing, we never found anything in that chapel anymore. Our dice are still on 2 though. Let's redraw a couple of times. Library. Go upstairs and see what is going on with our book. Okay. Code check. We code checked room vault key 304. We opened that meanwhile, and now we have the blue crown in there. Which we need to reclaim the crown at some point, but we need some more items. Conservatory is most drafted, of course. We have run Blessing of the Gardener a few days, which puts 8 courtyards in your house that day. So yeah. We have done all the contraptions, all the specific ones for the workshop. You can always recheck it here if you forgot how to make one of these things. And we looked at all the postcards in the sanctuary, and the only one missing is Morajai, which is yellow, is white, but that's probably a yellow stamp or something, because Arch Aries is yellow and it doesn't give us a yellow stamp, so that one probably will be yellow. But we don't have that postcard yet because we haven't opened the sanctum door yet. So that stamp we still need to look at. Most avoided floor plans: the freezer, the furnace, and the indoor nursery. That's I'm okay with that. This is something we definitely need to work at some point, because the highest grade is definitely not 1. There are at least 8 classroom, and then there is also a final exam room, so that's 9. And once you've done the exam, it probably will also show you your grade, would be my guess. We need to ace it though, so you need an A+ or an A- for the trophy. But then we're gonna have to learn a little bit more, I think. Here's a casino. Let's draft that room. That's room 108. Get some coins to play. We have the broken lever, which goes on that machine. Spin the wheel for your chance to win special prizes. Limit is 1 wager a day, so you can only do it once. So we can spend 5, 20 or 100. Let's do 5. Let's see what is going on. Nothing. Red. We can win some keys, gems, coins, things like that here. But only once a day, I think. Okay. And then of course we have the normal machines, but I think they all work pretty similar. So these are the things that you can get on the left. So you can spin the wheel for 1 coin, I think it is. Okay, let's do that again. So you pull the arm for 1 coin, and then if you have like 2 or 3 of the same, then you can try by putting in some bonus spins, and then you can do something like this. You see, now we have spent 1 coin pulling, 1 coin on the bonus spin. That's 2 coins, and we can cash out for 9. Or you can try for a 2x or another. But if there is a snake, then nothing counts. So instead of 9, we could get 15, or we could get 2 times. But if it's a snake, well, we still win. We still win as long as. So now we have 0, but now if we can get rid of it, if it doesn't give us a snake again, we actually win. Okay. That costed us 4, the whole thing costed us 4 coins, and we are getting 9 back. Okay. We can try for a single coin here. That would be 2 times 3 is 6. Of course, what we can also do is try for a green one, and that would be 40. Let's first do this. We can also get a green one here, right? There we go. Let's just take that. That's a bunch of rubbish. Yeah, I think you need to start with 2 of the same, right? If not, you just pull the big lever. Like here, you can try or something. this is not worth it. It's like 3 bonus spins to get 3 back. So no, we need we need the big ones or the green ones or a net. And now the net is also a good one because then you can catch the snakes. Then the snakes cannot harm you. And then of course the 4 crowns, but okay. So that's how these machines work. So we might have to at some point go and play here if we have a bunch of coins. Come and play here to double that up, depending on what like the blue tents or so are costing. And these are all the same machine, I think. And then you have the big one. Where we can use the broken lever. But I'm not sure. Okay, how do you pull on that thing? Ah, just on the machine. 3 coins, 5 coins, 9 coins. What's the difference? Nothing? It's the same machine. I don't know. No. Yes, it is. It's the same machine. I was about to say we have one more. No, we don't. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, no. We have more bonus spins. We have 5 bonus spins instead of 3, so we can do more shenanigans with it. Okay, now we have to cash out because if we now get the snake, we can't get rid of it anymore. So yeah, we have more bonus spins here. 5 bonus spins instead of 3 on the other machines. Close. Two times nix. 0. 2 times 0 is still 0. So yeah, like here you actually have to hope on a green one. 3, 4. Yeah. Well, 4 for 6. We gain 2. But you actually hope on a green one because that would be 20. Would be better. Yeah, you're looking for crown. Okay, well, that's of course better. That's 1 to 5. That's too much rubbish. That's something we can try. Okay, that's guaranteed because if a snake shows up, we can catch it. If it's 2x or another green, yeah, we can definitely improve this one. Or just spend 5 to gain 10. This is what you want to start with, like net green. If you can start with that one, then you can catch the snake. The snake cannot harm. Nothing can harm you. You always make profit if you start with a green and a net. Yeah, where's the net now when you need it? Well, you can try to go for it, I guess. Like now, if you catch a snake, you catch 2 snakes. Huh? If you get a net. What would that be? What's a snake? 3. So it's 12. This would be 12. If this would have been a net, we would have 12. Yeah, same thing again. But here you're looking for like one specific thing. I don't think it works like that. You need to start with a net and then just give us a 2x or another triple. Okay. We have nothing to start with on that one. You need something to start with before we can, like this is like everything and nothing. Okay, now we need a snake or one of these boys here. We can't chase these. It's like even if we get it, we will get 6, and we need to spend 5 on it. No, 6 because you pull the lever once, and then all the bonus spins. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was gonna do that shit. Snake instead of giving us some 2x's or something. Nothing. Snake would have worked, a green would have worked as well, that would have been 40. Yeah, like here, you just hope on a green here now. Yeah, now definitely. We can get a green now, you have 80. Yellow or green? Okay. We're winning a bit. About time, we're almost broke. Well, we didn't come in with a lot of chips, of course, but... Okay. We're gonna win a few 6s, it's gonna give us a bit of our coins back, I think. Yeah. 210, take it again. 6. We're still hoping on a green though. I was not hoping on a yellow, I was hoping on a green because that's 20. That's better than 6. That's not going anywhere. Okay. Green. Let's hope that's 6 for 6 because we pull the big lever and then 5 bonus spins. That's 6 for 6. Doesn't it? No. Don't want those single ones. They're not going anywhere. Like this. This is the only thing you can hope here on is a green. Huh? Now green or yellow, I guess. Because if we play with 4x, you can only get green. Obviously, you want to start with green and then improve it from there. Like here, the only thing you can get is a net. That's what you want to start with, and now you can get another yellow or another 2x or another green. There we go. Just take it. You want to get a green somewhere involved, or like this, right? Now you can get yellow or green. Won't bother with that one. Nope. Nope. Okay, now we have a snake or one of these big ones. At least two options to get something. There we go. That's what you want. Now we can get another 2x, a snake or a green. We always win. Okay. You can never lose. If you have a snake with a net, you can never lose. You can only improve. I think what that note means. We could try here for snake or green. That at least gives us two options to catch something. If it gives it green, then you can still try the other one for another 2x, but because if we would have tried with that 8x, then okay, we had to go all the way to here to know that we're not going to get the crowns. Not even a chance at it. Yeah, this is also something. It's like nothing. Oh, I already see that these triples you are not getting very often. Like here, what are you gonna chase? Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Another snake, another 2x. Oh, we have to cash out. That's what we need, like, without bonus spins, a little bit of money. Green or a net? No. The last one was only a net even, because green would have killed, the snake would have killed the green. Okay, well, we have 3 chances. No more money to spin the last ones. I don't know. These 5 bonus spins, I'm not even sure that that's that interesting, to be honest. These ones are better, I think. Casino. Dining room. That's our second dining room. Go check for the crown. We'll do the dining room. Does that mean we have 2 lunch boxes? We have 2 lunch boxes. But of course has to do with the fact that we have chambers of mirror in the house. We duplicated some plans permanently. They will go permanently to our floor plans, but also today everything will be doubled in the so you can get everything double. You can get 2 gift shops, 2 casinos, 2 dining rooms. Like now we already have 2 dining rooms in the house. Let's do a study. There's usually an item here somewhere, and then there's also nothing. Really? Oh, there's a trunk. Which we cannot open. No, okay. We have to use a key then. Seeing we're in the bottom corner of the house here, I'm not gonna come back even if we have a sledgehammer, just to open a trunk. There's always an item here. Could be on the tables or it could be a trunk. So if we now go to rank 5 with our 2 lunch boxes, we should have lunch. Nothing on the altars either. We'll take the nook. It's gonna be a brunch, I think, because we're first gonna have breakfast. Salty bacon and eggs. And then we go to rank 5. And as soon as we walk in, we have our 2 lunch boxes appearing. Salty lunch boxes even, 22 steps. And another 22 steps. Why is that 20 steps? Whenever you eat food and gain steps, gain an extra step. That's the salt shaker. Yeah, I don't know why. It's because it's yeah, of course. Because of chambers of mirrors, also your footsteps are double when you eat. No, that can't be. Oh no, it's the thing that we bought, that silver spoon thing. That's why we get everything double. Okay, yeah, well then we don't have a problem. That also means we're gonna have double dinner. Planetarium here? Well, sure. You can call it a day there later. I think that also has, yeah. We upgraded it once with a telescope, and that always adds a trunk here. We have reroll options all day here. Or rerolls, and we can also reroll with gems because of the study 8 times, I think. We'll do East Wing Hall. Let's see how high we can get. Not very high. We're already on key locked territorium. Experiment successful. That was actually not good. I think I'm gonna have to go foyer because of our double pool halls. We also have a bunch of great halls, so yeah, we need to do foyer so that if we get a great hall, that all these doors are open. Library. Because we have to reorder, don't we? We ordered that book the other day, The History of Arindia First Edition, but we never read it. We dropped it at the library yesterday, but we never read it. So I'm gonna order that again. Because the history of Arindia gave us a lot of information about some of these countries and so, for the sigils. But half of it was censored, blacked out. It's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We have utility. Okay. We have the keycard system off. Well, we don't have security though. So we have to go back to the dining room. Number 1. We don't need dinner immediately. We could have though, because we do have an aquarium and it is salmon. So this is 31 steps, double is 62 I think. 31 steps, yep, 62. Of course we can also go no. We can also do it again. Huh? Where's the casino? Library. I don't know if it's the same meal. Let's check that. Alright, this is the same meal. So that's another 60 steps. We're not going to be short on steps today. We have 200 steps. If there's anything we think of doing, we can definitely do it. And now we can mess around with that like yeah, we can definitely mess around now. What we for instance could do is go to the powered aquarium and see if we can get security is fine, which is also a power room. Okay, that's no problem anymore. Let's see what's going on. We have a lockpick kit, a paper crown and a trunk. The paper crown is obviously in the closed exhibit. It's very possible that the lockpick kit is also there and maybe also a trunk. We haven't been in there, that's very possible. Okay, keycard system is offline, that's what we want. We're gonna set the security doors as high as we can get them. And we are going to unlock doors so that we don't have to worry about keycards. See, this time we don't have a keycard door. That's good. That also means that potentially if we get locked in the middle, we can go underground and call the elevator from the foundation and start working from there. That's that. And now we will also want to check the mailbox in this room. We've read the mail in the shelter, we read the mail in the laboratory, and this time we'll see what they have to tell us over here. Mr. Darren, have you have any more of these red and blue memo sheets? The Baron has requested a handful of each for a new project he is working on in the clock tower. That's already done, my dear. We have solved that clock tower thing. Security measures. Mrs. Babbage, I would like to address a potential security vulnerability of having an anti-chamber lever in the weight room. Okay, oh, very interesting. We already know that as well. We know there is a lever in the weight room. We've broken the wall. For the lagging repel, I'm still learning how to use this machine. Thanks for bringing this issue to our attention. This was not something I had considered, but it does seem like a reasonable suggestion, and I will discuss it with the Baron during our next meeting. I know he has expressed interest in installing secondary access levers for both redundancy and yeah. Okay, we know all that. This is, I don't know. I guess you're supposed to, once you go into the admin thing, you put on the mailboxes, you're supposed to read immediately this mail, because all that we are reading here now is something that we already executed. Please suspend all security camera recordings. Live surveillance has been approved, but the Baron no longer wishes to have tape logs of activity on the estate. I know this might seem like a security risk, but I promise good reasoning is behind this seemingly decision. Okay. Kirk. Yeah, Kirk Darren is the security guy. We know that. Yeah, nothing new here. All good. All good. All good. Now that would be a good room here to have the laundry. Here is a stupid weight room again. Let's put the spare bedroom in there. See, we have like many of those. Completely useless, but it has an item now at least. Less useless than it used to be before, when it was just the spare room. We're not a fan of that business here. So let's redraw with the rolling dice first. Workshop. Oh. Not super when it comes to power, but yeah, we can also get another. Oh, we have another aquarium here already. It's not so good. No, we can't get the laundry anymore, because if you have power to the laundry, then you can also, one of the machines also, you can switch your steps with gems or keys or whatever. That's of course not the case now. Don't want to see that shit. This Rumpus guy, also not our favorite man, to be honest. He's always telling us things, because you don't get that room very often. I think that room is still on, it's on standard though. I guess I'd never picked it very often. This is like the third time I think we see him. He's not gonna tell us anything new that we already know. We found 7 letters already. He told us we would only find 7. He's telling us, the last time he was telling us about the seagulls or whatever, we solved 7 of them.
At the sound of the dropping coin, you find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect
We found the metro station, and so yeah. I don't think this guy is gonna tell us anything anymore.
the image is becoming clear.
But I guess we have to look at it.
I hear the pattering steps of children running in the forest. The joyful echoes of laughter in the courtyard. I see an old man sitting in an even older chair. A seed that has served many generations, each with their own stories, each with their own secrets, each with their own endings, but all in the same chair. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
As usual, he has not much to say. A few things. Yeah, I don't know. They all died in the same share or something, but I don't even know what this was like. Okay, I will tell you in a second. We can of course log in. Not with on this time, but with the long password. Connecting to the home surveillance security. And if we then choose the year 1993, oh, home security surveillance, it's the other way around. 1993, then we can see that we have seen cutscenes in the parlor, the security, and the grotto the first time we entered those rooms. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times we got Rumpus guy, so that's 2 more. It looks to be there are 6, although would not even surprise me if there were 8, right? Everything is 8 in this game. That's the second password which you get from... Pretty much you can get like a picture in the attic and also downstairs in the safe house. You find a picture with these 11 rooms here. If you take the first letter of every room, that's the long password of 11. Instead of Swangsong, it's Swangsong HSS, Home Surveillance Security. So yeah, 4 apparently. 4 times we saw this guy here. 4 times I dropped at that room, in other words. Yep, makes sense. That's not so interesting. We might be great on steps, but what we are definitely not great on is keys. Or coins for that matter, in case we need to buy some keys. So we're gonna have to lower the fields and see what we can get there. Although we have 2 storerooms in our house and whatnot, we need to find those rooms, I think. Planetarium, call it a day. Yeah, you can get our coin. Chapel not taking my coins anymore? Huh. That's weird. Now he's gonna give me the laundry. It doesn't matter, eh? It does not matter what we do. Let's do the spare bedroom number 2. See what it gives us this time. The sleeping mask. Wonderful. Let's turn around and go into it again so that the sleeping mask is also double? No, that doesn't give double. We can get more steps in the other spare room. We have 2 aquariums, which are also bedrooms where you can get 5 extra steps. In case we need steps, we have 170 steps. We have to go for West Wing Hall here, I think. No, not necessarily. We can go around. Then we can better go for Boudoir, which will give us an extra gem and 2 rolling dice. Yeah, we're gonna have a problem with keys here. Not sure how that happened. That we picked... Yeah, I know why that happens. That's because the normal rooms were like storeroom and so that you get very often, breakfast nook. We didn't get those yet, and the reason is of course because all the other rooms are double because of the chambers of mirrors. Every other room is, that's why we already have 2 aquariums, 2 dining rooms. So everything is double. And of course we are running a yellow day. Alright, redraw. There we go, that's our other West Wing Hall. I already had 2 West Wing Halls in my floor plan, so I'm wondering now for today, will it double the whole floor plan thing? Then I actually have 4 West Wing Halls. Then we could go all the way to the top with West Wing Halls. Not likely, but in theory it could happen. I also want connection to that foundation if that's possible. Because I can see that the game is trying to avoid that. Okay, another workshop will do. This is a floor plan that I want to have duplicated. If you can get that one in the chambers of mirrors, the workshop, and dining room, that's always good. Then you can have like a workshop on the and dining room on the bottom, and also one on the top. That's always good. And yeah, the dining room, of course. If you can get that double, then you can get 2 dinners, basically. Do we have a shovel yet? Nope, we still have no shovel. How did we manage to do that? That's like normally one of the first things that we have. Because we somehow managed not to get a... I don't need a kitchen. I don't need a kitchen. Give me a commissary so I can buy a shovel. There we go. We're running a shop day. We should get shops, right? There we go. Shovel, please. Because we have some dig spots in the house. Now we do have a problem for keys though. Gems were still okay, but... We'll buy a few more gems. And then see if we can find some coins in a vault or something, and then buy the keys. Yeah, like anything vault or something here would be nice. Storeroom is a key, yeah. Drawing room. The dark room, is that gonna blow up again? We're gonna have to go all the way back to the utility to... we're gonna do the storeroom here. We have 2 of those in our pool anyway. Even in Deutsche when we don't have chambers. One coin to start. I'll chew. Where else do we have? Aquariums. Kennel. That's it, I think. The aquariums and in the kennels we had digging spots. But yeah, that's okay. We can walk around. We have 1700 steps. Levels. Of course, you're not gonna get anything good. Where's our other aquarium? All the way on the top there. Okay, West Wing Hall then, I guess. See if we can connect to that top. If not, we're gonna have to go all the way around. We need to get past this place at least. Yeah, okay, another West Wing Hall. We have a few of those. Yeah, we have 2 of those because this is a duplicated plan as it is. So if it doubles the whole floor plan thing, then we actually have 4 West Wing Halls today instead of 2. No, we want the T-shape here, right? To continue. Yeah, we can't go up anywhere here. We can only come down from the... Nope, don't want it. Dark room. It's gonna be dark, but that's fine. We'll take it. And here, yeah, this is just a gamble. This is probably the office. No. Okay, well, that's also good. That's also good. And these boys have opened the door. That's why green rooms are never a bad thing. We can now get conservatory here and sort of come around, and we might have another full grid. Bedroom, also good. We have a sleeping mask. Yeah, we have still the Baron Bafflers over here, which not sure what they're actually doing. We picked them up the other day. It's like some sort of game from the Baron again. We figured a few out. Secrets, alcohol, we think it is, but then we also need to make from the dark gray words. We need to take the first letter, and then it also tells you something, but I haven't figured it out yet. Also, with no idea what it's supposed to tell me. A hallway with an extra key in a downhill? Sure. We'll take it. Do we even have access to that place? No, we have connection to it, but nothing to get in. Although we have 3 great halls in our day thing, but didn't want to give us one, that's so far. Another spare bedroom. Something that goes left, please. Classroom, yeah, we're all fine with that. We'll take the apple. Just in case we won't run out of steps. Silver spoon, salt, apple. An extra 6 steps. Now we want, it doesn't matter, we have another full grid. It's possible we have to go all the way around, but we don't even need to. There's a great hole. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We can open them. Reason, of course, being that the foyer is in the house. So it opens all the doors in the hallways, also in this place, of course. And we'll open the door around the corner, and we can just walk in. We don't even have to bother with that. Anything that turns left and we're connected. Can even do the archives, why not? Why not? We don't have the draft anymore, the grid is full. That's the lockpick kit. Yeah, here we go. We found the lockpick kit, which the computer said was in the house. And the trunk was in the planetarium. The lockpick kit was here. And then what else was in the house? The paper crown, which is here, which we can steal if you would have access to the back sides. Now we could go downstairs and yeah, I think room 46 has done its purpose for me. We picked up the blue crown. We have that sitting in code check. And we solved yesterday or something. One of the previous updates was yesterday for me, recording wise. We solved that puzzle there with the map. So we saw our great uncle's ending, basically. We found his will. So that was his ending. We need some more clues. We need to get some more trophies, obviously. We're still needing to get the vault key 370 or 233. One of those two will have a sanctum key in it that will open that last door. And then we can probably solve that by gambling a bit on the weather or something. Which is like the only thing we don't know about that thing. We know it's Mora J, we know the border is white. We know they're doing ships and things like that, so it's naval. Well, yeah, it's society and weather that we don't know. We think it's normal weather because that's the only thing we have left, I think. We had 2 which were foggy. We have seen rain. We have seen windy. We have seen heat waves. So the only we have left is I think the straight line, which is normal weather. And then but the problem is then we need to gamble on the society. So we should figure out what the society on Mora J is. But we think it is tribal because they are the inventors of these Mora J-Bug puzzles. So those are the first ones, right? That's like the primitive realm, and primitive realm means tribal mode. So then we have to do the in the modes we have to do the tribal. And then then we need to figure out what weather it is. If it's straight lines, then we could maybe fill it in from the first go. We could try that when once we have the door open. We could try it. But for this episode, we're obviously leaving it at this. If we do another day, then we'll be way over 3 hours, so that's not the idea. We try to keep it around 2 hours, but sometimes we go over it, obviously. In this case, we play 2 days in a row where we fill the grid. Not that hard to do, especially if you have Chamber of Mirrors, and you get all your T-shapes double. Like we get a couple of dens, we get a couple of 2 aquariums, 2 dining rooms, 2 dens, 2 West Wings halls. Then there are not many dead ends in our house today. So filling up this thing, and we had the foyer already for a while, so we had the Great Hall in our house. The Chambers of Mirrors doubled that, so then we had 2 Great Halls. The Pool Hall added another one, and this Pool Hall added another one, so we had 4 Great Halls, so at one point or another it was going to show up though. And if it shows up way quicker if you, for instance, would do an orange day, but we ran a shops day here. That's why we have so many shops. So we have the showroom, the casino, the gift shop, the aquariums, which are also shops, commissary, and now we even skipped the kitchen and things like that. So we are now on situation for episode 22. Episode 22, what are we gonna do is definitely the drafting studio. Try to look for that. So the best way to do that is run a blue day, I think, then it usually shows up. Because we also activated the casino now. In other words, we drafted it in the house at least once. So we are now at 108 of 110. So I have no more new rooms to draft except for these 2. So if we want to get that trophy, we need to get these 2 rooms, which is the solarium and the dormitory. We need to get those 2 rooms from the drafting studio into our pool, and then we can draft them. They might also have some info for us that we don't know for one or another puzzle. Solarium is a dead end, so probably not. We have the dormitory as well. But the dormitory might tell us something about the realms or something. Anyway, it doesn't matter which one we see first. The next time we added all these rooms already, so but then we need to add them, and they come from this thing here. We drafted it 6 times, so we have 6 floor plans in our house from that studio editions. We need to draft it 2 more times. But surprisingly, we did not see that today. Otherwise, we could have had them. If the game with the Chambers of Mirrors duplicated that floor plan, we could have drafted that room twice, and then we would have had them in the house. But then you still need to draft them in the house as well to get the trophy. So that's something we're definitely doing. The angels, I have no idea where we're gonna have to find information about the angels. It's gotta be classy. We gotta have a school day for sure. Next time I might not draft an outside room and just first look for I could run next time maybe a purple day, because we have the boudoir and we have the Geist bedroom. Both of those have 2 rolling dice in them, upgraded floor plans from the upgrade disc. So we run a purple day. It's gonna give us, in the corners especially, it's gonna give us purple rooms. As soon as we have the boudoir or the guy's bedroom, we will have 2 rolling dice. We are guaranteed the outside room. because there are only 8. It's going to show you 3, you roll once. It's going to show you another 3, you roll a second time. It shows you the other 2. You have seen all 8 of them. So we are guaranteed a schoolhouse if we do that. So that might be not a bad idea. Because we need some more information, and it's got to come from the school. It's the only thing that we basically haven't persisted on. We saw one schoolhouse run, I think we did, and then we didn't even drop that many classrooms that day. So that means we need to get our hands on some gems though, because classrooms cost 1 gem. If there are at least 8, we'll start the day with only 2. We're not getting extra gems, do we? No, we don't have a morning room or anything. No extra steps, we don't have a sauna. So no, we'll see. Drafting Studio School Day will be for the next episode, I think. So yeah, we'll call it a day here. 174 steps left. That's the world we are living in now. In the beginning you're fighting with steps, now we're filling up grids for the 3rd or the 4th time. It's also clue wise and so, and solving things. We are looking, in a way we even know what we're looking for. We just need to find it. And that very often is depending on what you see in the house and so. Like now, you know, we need those 2 extra floor plans. Nothing you can do about it until you get the drafting studio. And then you can add them to the flooring plans and then call it a day, and then look for the drafting studio again, and then you can add the second one, and then we have all the rooms. And then we can play and maybe choose a color. Green to get the solarium, and then the next day you choose purple to get the dormitory, and then you have them in the house. That will also complete the directionary thing with all the 110 rooms in the house at some point in time. Gives you a trophy. But we're missing 2 because we are missing 2 floor plans at the moment. So yeah, that will be it for next week. Well, probably for me next week recording wise. For you that will probably be for tomorrow if you watch this episode, because we're posting an episode today. As for now, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.